I'm just imagining that you feel you're meant for more. As if you're on the verge of waking up to yourself.
You can't quite explain it, but you feel it. A constant splinter in your mind that whispers, this isn't you. There has to be more. Something much more than just this. No one can give you freedom. You have to build it for yourself. You don't need a miracle. You need a plan.
And that's exactly where we come in. We've seen thousands of people standing right where you are now.
And we've seen what happens when someone finally stops waiting for the right moment and commits, no compromises, for 90 days.
Just 90 days of pure focus. 90 days of learning.
90 days of sticking with it, even when it gets uncomfortable.
And more than 180,000 people have already walked this path with us. Changed lives, created income, rebuilt self-confidence.
It wasn't just through luck, but through a conscious decision. The question isn't whether you want freedom.
The real question is, are you finally ready to choose it?
Because if you are, then this is your moment.
Hey, are you doing okay? This is your last chance. You take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and life goes on as if nothing ever happened. Or you take the red pill and I'll show you how you can quit your job in 90 days. Network marketing can truly give you absolutely everything if you really want it all.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Alessandro Belliante. All our hopes, all our dreams could go up in smoke. Oh, we'll still be standing. Buonasera. Hello to everyone. First of all, everyone here in the hall, 1,500 people are here live in Munich. Thank you all for being here. But in the meantime, we've had some visitors join us, and so we want to say hello to you. Almost 10,000 people are joining us tonight via Zoom. Everything's being streamed now, and everyone here in this room and our entire community want to thank all of you who took the time tonight to be here at this kickoff event. I know you don't yet know what's coming your way, but it's our responsibility tonight to take you by the hand and explain everything down to the last detail. We want to thank you for your trust. Thanks for being here, both virtually and in person. And I really want to dive right into our main topic, namely the very complex topic of today's modern working world. Dear viewers who are joining us via streaming, we truly know what kind of specific pain points you have. We know exactly what those pain points you have are. It's certainly not always easy being an employee in this day and age. We know that it can be frustrating at times. It's tough when other people make every single decision for you, and you just have to go along with whatever they say. There are a wide range of comprehensive scientific studies that are currently providing substantial and concrete evidence that many modern employees consistently lack a clear why and a sense of purpose when it comes to their daily professional roles. So these people feel no passion, no drive for their profession. Can you really do a job where you go to work every day, to the office, or even from your home office, but you have no passion for it? That's pure frustration, and in the long run, that can't end well. On the other hand, many modern employees today also feel underpaid, and they feel like they are easily replaceable. And if you want to truly understand what replaceable means, let's use the common phrase: you're just a number in the eyes of the company. Do you know this phrase? I'm just a number. When I log in on the computer, I have to enter my employee number, not my name. My employee number is on my payslip. I'm just a number, a digit. And feeling so replaceable isn't fair, especially when every person has untapped potential. Furthermore, employees in these studies also complain that they have very few meaningful chances or possibilities for professional development. That means you start a new job, and maybe you have even been working hard at it for several years now, but you still don't really know what the next step in your career is supposed to be. It means you are constantly hoping for a big promotion, you're waiting for a significant raise, and you're truly looking for ways to develop yourself personally and professionally in the long run. But unfortunately, this development is often missing. And that's what makes people tired, because this is the only experience we really have on this planet. And if we are going to spend, on average, 70, 80, or even 90 years here on Earth, does it really make sense to go through it all so unenthusiastically? The short answer to that is actually no. Personally, just a few years ago, I was in exactly the same situation we just talked about. I was frustrated. I kept hoping that something would happen. I made an effort. Many promises were initially made, but unfortunately, those promises were simply not kept as they should have been. And I know that those of you at home following along with this webinar also deeply feel, or have certainly felt this way at times at some point. You live in constant hope, but nothing happens. You go from one performance review to the next, but somehow everything stays exactly the same. Now, the real question is, do we just passively accept this, or do we actually want to do something about it? Our life is our own life, which means we absolutely have to take full responsibility for it. And as the word responsibility already suggests, it implies that you are able to provide answers. And that means we're calling on you to answer yourselves today as well. It is important to really pay close attention to your dissatisfaction. But today, we're also taking some responsibility and providing you with some much needed answers. So what kind of possible alternatives might there actually be to a frustrating work life? And we can assure you there are quite a few alternatives. There are definitely several ways to break out of it. And you know what the really great thing about it is? You don't even have to quit your job immediately if you have that need for security. You can definitely do it gradually and steadily over time on the side. And today, we are gathered here in the beautiful city of Munich to inspire 1,500 people live in person and nearly 10,000 additional people via Zoom about this incredible and life-changing opportunity. Today, we're here with a big responsibility. We're absolutely thrilled that you're here. And now things are getting more and more concrete. That means I'm going to invite a very special lady to join me right here on stage. She will take a moment to explain to all of you exactly who we are as a team and what we've built together. There are still a lot of question marks right now, but I promise you, minute by minute, they'll get fewer and everything will become clearer. At this point, I'd like to invite to the front Marjana A. Markovich.
A wonderful evening from my side as well. This is probably the single biggest EOM project that I have ever had the chance to lead in my entire life. My name's Mirjana Markovich, for all the viewers who are joining us online. I'm very happy to introduce our community, Essence Tribe, to you over the next few minutes. Our network consists of an incredible number of amazing people. And now I'll give you some numbers, data, and facts so you can understand who we are. Essence Tribe was founded in November 2020, so we've been around for over 5 years now. We'll soon be celebrating our 6-year anniversary as well. We're still an incredibly young and vibrant community, but a community and a network that has shattered a vast number of impressive records. We are very proud that we are actively and positively transforming and influencing the network marketing industry, and that network marketing is becoming more professional every day, thanks to the hard work of each and every one of you. And very soon, it will also become a highly respected profession. In fact, it already is. We are distribution partners of the Chum Group, an Italian partner company. We are very, very happy about this wonderful partnership. We market products with exceptionally high quality and effective ingredients. And you can relax and anticipate with excitement what will be shown in the upcoming presentation slides. We are a community of 180,000 dedicated and highly active consultants. Now that's quite a number. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are only a 5 or 6-year-old community. We are very young, but together with our business partners, we've been able to build up this number. Our roots, our headquarters, are in Switzerland. From now, the community has spread beautifully on an international level. That means we've been able to gain more and more ground. In Austria, in Germany, and by now we're active together in over 30 countries. So we're not just operating locally in German-speaking regions, but truly internationally. And at this point, I'm really, really happy that we've become such a multicultural team and community. Our sales strategy is network marketing, also known as multi-level marketing. For many years, that was a big question mark in my mind. What does it actually mean? Network marketing? Networking is something you know from traditional jobs. You go to a networking event and connect with companies. Network marketing, as the name suggests, means that we connect with other people, talk about the business opportunity and the product and sales opportunities. We are independent partners, and everyone builds their own sales network. The word independent essentially means that you get to decide exactly how much time and energy you want to dedicate and invest. It is your very own business within the business, if you will. What truly distinguishes our team at the Essence Shape brand, one thing that I am particularly and personally proud of is that we offer all consultants comprehensive and robust professional support through the entire organization. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does that mean for you? It means you get access to highly detailed, clean, and exceptionally clear documentation. Yes, even events like the one we're having today are exactly part of this. We organize them. Coaching in the areas of sales and network marketing. We have a dedicated app and comprehensive onboarding systems. That means you'll be fully guided here, just like you would be in a real professional job. and every step will shown to you in detail. Everything is automated, all the basics are there. All you have to do is make use of them and actually apply the things that are provided to you and put them into practice. You are not alone. What else does it mean to get support from the organization? Someone invited you here tonight, right? That person is already an established member of this community and is familiar with all of these steps. This means that this individual could potentially become your sponsor and will be there to assist you throughout the onboarding process, carefully guiding you through each and every one of the most important steps along the way. And for all those who might find themselves saying at the very end of this event, hey, I don't just want to do this as a simple side job anymore. I really want to go all in and commit fully to this path, taking the right pill, just like we saw earlier in the video. Yes, of course, you should know that there is also extensive support and special professional assistance waiting for you in leadership development and in the long-term process of building your own successful, professional, and truly large-scale organization that will last for years to come. Let's just take a moment to really let this number sink in. That is a massive total of 180,000 consultants. That's a big number. For us as Handstripe, our entire leadership team, and with all our managers who sit on the leadership board, it is absolutely vital and incredibly important. That leadership is carried out professionally, that efficiency is ensured. It's absolutely vital and incredibly important to us that people not only earn a lot and thrive in their professional roles, that's all well and good, but we truly want sustainable, long-term success for every single individual who joins our team. And for that to actually happen, comprehensive training is absolutely necessary. Each of you has or had a profession at some point. Did you go to school for that? Did you maybe complete some training for it? Did you even have to go to college for it? That means for every profession, there's training. And since network marketing is also considered a true profession, we decided to establish our very own in-house academy about 1.5 years ago, which we named the Alpha 7 Academy. This is something we are especially proud of, as it represents a significant achievement for us. Why is that, you might ask? Because it's like a seal of quality. Every single person who goes through this comprehensive training is not only a highly skilled and top-tier professional networker, but also knows exactly how to successfully scale and grow their entire business operations, from €0 in sales to hundreds, thousands, or even millions of euros in monthly revenue. The coaches inside have all already walked this path themselves. We are a dedicated team of professional trainers who will also show you the right way forward. Here you can see a few numbers from people we've already trained. Over 400 people have already completed Structurum. You can think of Structurum like this. You get to know a lot about your own personality, and you also learn a lot about the personalities of other people. A whole lot. That means understanding that network marketing is an interpersonal business. Yes, and it definitely helps, and I think you'll agree with me, if we understand how to work with people. And Structurum is one such course. Then we have the Leadership Start, and here we have over 600 graduates. This is a comprehensive course series that consists of 4 separate modules running throughout the entire day, where you'll learn in detail how to make proper contacts, how to communicate effectively, as well as develop your skills in rhetoric, time management, and careful planning. And Alpha 7. In the course or in the academy, it's important to us not only to help you advance professionally, but also to support your personal growth. Something I really missed in my professional life back when I was a construction technician was exactly this personal aspect. I was incredibly good technically, but no one ever taught me what personal development actually means and how important it is. And we make sure that this is truly in harmony. We have over 200 Leadership Pro graduates. You? You participate once you've already reached a certain team size. Once you have already started generating a specific, substantial amount of revenue per month, and there you will discover exactly how to become an even better leader yourself and how to effectively cultivate leaders within your own team. And many other things as well. It's a 3-day, highly intensive offline course, and in this way, we've already successfully trained over 2,000 different people. Network marketing is a profession, and it's a good thing to get proper training for it. We also collaborate closely with top-tier, world-class coaches. Yes, I would almost say on a deeply personal, family-like level. We learn from people like Fraser Brooks and Eric Warr. If you haven't heard of these two gentlemen yet, I can assure you, if you Google them a bit, you'll discover some amazing things about them. Eric Warr is the coach who launched GoPro, who has influenced so many of us networkers, including myself, over 10 years ago. Fraser Brooks is the #1 coach when it comes to social media. And both of these world-class coaches collaborate with Essence Tribe and also the Alpha 7 Academy. And we are especially proud of that. If you're now saying, okay, very nice, everything sounds good so far, Mariana, what you're telling us, but what can I actually expect on this journey? What could happen if I really go all in on this? What could happen if I take this 90-day campaign seriously, if I really consider it? Here are a few numbers for you, and numbers don't wow. We have plenty of people who are already living this and have proven it. But here you can see more or less what a consultant, someone who, let's say, does this on the side, can earn. Roughly between 50 and 390 euros. Typically, someone who's a senior leader usually manages a team size of about 20 to 30 people, just so you can picture the situation a bit better. Then you see here, team leader. Here the income is already a bit more serious, depending on which country you're in. And you see, okay, what are the benefits? You already have a real steady additional income, and you can clearly see and feel, hey, this amazing system actually works. Then the whole thing gets a bit more exciting. Every single one of you has a particular sweet spot, a specific amount that kind of really tickles your fancy, so to speak. Starting from Amethyst, we basically talk about a stone club. That's the management level. From Amethyst and up, you're in the professional management tier and enjoy a substantial and rewarding income. A very nice commission. Because a commission, of course, as you might expect, depends entirely on the total sales generated by that specific team at the end of every single month. And here you can see what's already possible. Amethyst at 2,800, Zephyr already at 6,000. And then, of course, there is the top 1%. The manager level already starts earning from there, starting at 13,000 euros in total and up per month. As I already mentioned, we in the community have an incredible abundance of these inspiring success stories. People who started on the side, then gradually came to the realization that this could actually become a viable side job for them, took it very seriously, stuck with it for 90 days with real discipline, and basically successfully managed to secure for themselves a definitive ticket to financial freedom. If you take a look at the screen, you can clearly see the impressive numbers right here. We currently have over 2,100 people who enjoy the prestigious team leader status. You can see we have 425 Amethyst managers. They are achieving financial freedom, focusing on leadership, and are already experiencing what it means to have more flexible time. Then we have 360 Onyx managers, these people. They are slowly but surely starting to think about quitting their day jobs. They're already thinking about quitting their jobs. Maybe even some people as early as Emmett, depending on what kind of salary they had before. And we have 310 Sapphires. And those are already pretty substantial amounts. So everyone here in the room who is a Sapphire, you are bringing in just as much as a high-level bank director. That is truly an impressive figure to think about. Be proud of. It doesn't stop at Sapphire. Of course, we have plenty of emeralds, plenty of rubies, plenty of diamonds. But there's one number we're especially proud of, and we know that this number won't stay the same. At Ascend Stripe, just in our community, I'm not talking about the entire network marketing industry. Just at Ascend Stripe, there are 10 income millionaires. These are everyday people who used to have completely normal, regular jobs. People who lived their very ordinary lives before without having any special prior knowledge at all. And yet, they somehow managed to become self-made millionaires. But so that my words aren't just empty words, I'm going to invite my esteemed colleague up here on stage in just a moment.
And you'll hear a few inspiring stories from real people who are currently on this path, on this incredible journey, ready and well on their way to total freedom. At this point, I'd like to invite my colleague, Adita Jaharovich, to the stage. Please give her a round of applause as she comes forward. Whether or not it is actually me that I am missing right now. So you need to tell it directly to my heart, because I'm sad, it's a place where you're dying. Tell it to my heart before the light goes out. Come and tell me now if something's fading. A wonderful good evening to you all, my dears. It's great to see you all here. Almost 10,000 people are joining us live, and 1,005 are here with us in this room. Personal stories. A very important point. I can skip ahead too. They are very, very important. Now for some testimonials. We are about to have two truly wonderful people join us on stage who will share their personal experiences with us. They'll discuss what they have achieved and exactly how they achieved it in our very biggest projects. This is our 8th project, and this time it'll be one of the biggest. I'm calling Kevin and Regina to the stage. A round of applause. I'm sorry, but I just simply can't do that right now. You know?
Honestly, I'm just not doing that anymore.
We really need to take a moment to stop and think about whether we might have missed it entirely, because honestly, it feels like it's a bit too much for us to handle right now. What was your situation when you decided to join them?
My situation was actually that moment as a mom. I was on parental leave, and we all know how that is. Even while we're still enjoying the pregnancy, we already have to decide how long we'll take for parental leave. Back then, I couldn't yet see what being a mom would really mean for me. But I realized very quickly that 2 years of parental leave wouldn't be enough. My situation was that I wanted to do everything I could to keep my child with me even longer. So I did everything I could. During the day, I was a mom. At night, I was a networker. And I stuck with it, no matter if it was during the sprint or not. Until at some point, I realized that we humans, especially us, moms, dads, parents, we tear ourselves apart in our everyday lives. How often do we say to our kids, "Not now, wait a second, in a minute"? How often do we subconsciously choose not to really see our children, even though we always claim deep down that they mean everything to us? So I reflected and realized for myself that my job as a certified banking specialist wasn't helping me anymore, not even close to as fulfilling as that moment when they ask, who can help out at school today? Today, we're selling pumpkin soup, and I can say I have time because I can organize my schedule flexibly because I can work from anywhere. And my kids know I'm in the office, but they can come in at any time and say, Mom, do you have a Band-Aid for me? I hurt myself.
Thank you, my dear. Dear Kevin, it's your second time too, now that you're here. What was your starting point?
Interesting question, because my starting point back then, today I say very interesting. I had just become a new dad. And the previous business had completely gone down the drain. Downhill, that means I wasn't just broke, I also had a bit of debt. Yeah, let's call it a bit of debt. And back then, I promised my wife she would never have to work again. And that was my starting point in the month when I got started with Sandstripe and Shogun, when there was this sense of new beginnings, kind of like today with a 90-day run. That was my starting, Kate.
Thank you. Back to you, Regina. There were certainly challenges as well.
Of course.
Which did you face? Tell us about them.
Of course, folks, life itself is a challenge. Until you know what you want, that's how long it takes. From that moment on, especially right before the sprint, I was able to clearly define for myself, what am I no longer willing to put up with? What do I no longer want in my life? And then the question of whether there's a challenge doesn't even come up anymore because you adopt a certain attitude in that moment. And from that moment on, you are destined for something because you are going out for yourself, not for any employer, not for any pay raise, but for yourself because you know that your children will say later, Mom was always there. From that moment on, it's no longer a question of accepting the challenge or not because you simply set off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Challenges are good. I love them because that's how we learn, right? And become the best version of ourselves. And you definitely had them too. Which ones were they, Kevin?
From sleepless nights to bills landing in your face, and you have no idea how you're going to pay them. And food you have to put on the table, plus the whole pressure where you tell yourself, hey, you have to build a business. And that was exactly the good thing. Today, I am extremely grateful for that decision, because sometimes when we're only allowed to have, we don't take it as seriously as we maybe, and because my allowed to became a had to, I went all in and gave it everything.
Thank you. Very inspiring. So, dear Regina, I'm curious to know what exactly has this opportunity and our community specifically changed within you and your professional results?
Well, for one, the decision to take on the 90-day run changed me a lot because it allowed me to quit my banking job for one, but that wasn't all. You go through an intense personal development here, one that goes so deep that at some point you stand there and say, wow, I've actually become the woman I always dreamed of being. And not because I knew who I would become, but because I took it step by step along the way. By now, I have a team of over 400 people, all different personalities, and you grow from it, whether you want to or not. You automatically connect with yourself. You work on yourself in order to support other people. And at the same time, you end up learning an incredible amount about yourself.
That is exactly right. Thank you. Personal development is very deeply appreciated here. And if we really give ourselves the chance here, and if you keep an open mind and really allow it, then you'll become the best version of yourself. Kevin, what exactly has this opportunity done for you? What results has it brought about or triggered?
Since I'd been through it all and knew what a 90-day run is, I started on September 1st, 24. I started on September 1st, 2024. On September 1st, we filled a huge room with 30 people. On September 1st, we filled a huge room with 30 people. It was okay. And from those 30 people, in the first month, I became Amethyst Manager. In the second month, Onyx Manager. In the 6th month, Sapphire Manager. And in the 13th month, Emerald Manager. And today, after 16 months, with over 2.5 million euros in sales. What I want to tell you with this is, if you believe you can, then you can. And it's not always just about what we do, but what we think while we're doing it. So that means if we are convinced of ourselves, If we know we're going all in and we'll find the resources we need, then it really can work for anyone. Because it's never about not knowing how it works, but rather about not getting the necessary resources because you don't ask for them, right? Ask. And that's exactly what makes Sandstripe such a huge difference, because this community provides the complete infrastructure for everyone. We just have to carefully select and identify the essential components we require to effectively transfer all of our horsepower onto the road.
Bravo, Kevin. Thank you. I love listening to Kevin. You see, 2 people allowed it, they took action and became successful. I mean, we're going to become even more successful. Thank you all so much
Thank you very much.
for sharing your experiences. Thank you, and continued success to you. Thank you. Let's keep going. Preparation is very, very important. Now we're transitioning right into the preparation phase with our helpful tips and tricks, and I'm bringing a very dear friend of mine up on stage, Sister Manuela Selimovic. She will present this to us. A big round of applause for Manuela.
A very good evening to you all. I've already greeted you 1,500 here, and now I'd like to welcome everyone else joining us live on Zoom. My name is Manuela Selimovic, and I'd like to share a short story about myself with you. Ever since I was a very young child, I truly felt and believed that I was capable of significantly greater things than I ever admitted to myself. And it was very clear early on that I also wanted to have a career. However, I also wanted to start a family. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and before network marketing, I was very successful in the hotel industry. And up to a certain point, I was happy too. But then there eventually came a specific point in time when I had a long conversation with my former boss. During our talk, she told me that I could actually start working from home for 1 full day every single week. Work from home, that is. But she gave me one very specific condition. My children couldn't be heard. That was the absolute turning point for me to say, that was finally enough for me. I couldn't take the pressure anymore. I just couldn't handle this overwhelming sense of uncertainty that I was feeling deep down inside me. And then, quite unexpectedly, network marketing came into my life and just changed absolutely everything completely for me. With the support of Sandstripe by my side, I am really so happy to be able to speak with you today in this EOM session and to present you with a very detailed and suitable plan for your future. There's one thing you need to know, and you already saw it in the presentations from my colleagues earlier. We've now been in this industry for almost 6 years. And in these past 6 years, we've learned a great deal of valuable new things. We've developed new systems that actually work effectively. And in this specific professional field, in network marketing, it's absolutely essential to have a well-structured and comprehensive strategic plan for yourself. And that is exactly why we have spent so much time thinking about what we could specifically offer you if you make the exciting decision to start your journey here with Essence Tribe. Our system is carefully tiered based on your potential earnings. For instance, we have the comprehensive basic model, which is a fantastic option that you can freely choose if you decide to start your professional path here at Essence Tribe today. That's a choice you make. During the specific months of March, April, and June, following the conclusion of this 3-month period, you will be able to earn a total of 1,000 euros. But we also have a momentum option where you choose to go for 3,000 euros. And then we have the absolute ultimate best. And that one is freedom with a total of 6,000 euros. As mentioned earlier, whoever is bringing in 6,000 euros in a standard traditional business model, with us, that's absolutely possible in just a 3-month period. Many of us have personally proven it, and I am definitely one of those people. In the very first campaign that I launched, I started with exactly 175 team partners. Just 90 days later, we had grown to 1,005 members. And thanks to this incredible opportunity, I was finally able to quit my full-time job for good. You can decide for yourself which of these specific packages you'd like to go for tonight. You should communicate this choice to the person who invited you to join us here in this Zoom session, and then the two of you will work out the entire plan together. It's also really important to mention that you're absolutely allowed to think much bigger than this. There are so many more opportunities available for you to explore as you move forward with us. Mariana already showed us the earning opportunities, and here, truly anything is possible. But for all of this to work well and run smoothly, of course, we also have our own extensive preparations to consider. And these specific steps are divided into several distinct phases. I won't go into too much technical detail here right now, but the person who originally invited you to join this Zoom call will be able to explain everything much more clearly. And if you decide to start your journey with us, specifically with the Sense Tribe, they will provide you with very clear instructions and, of course, work closely side by side with you. It is very important to mention that we put our maximum focus into these 90 days. You heard it correctly. We truly see this as a serious profession, and we will actively support you in reaching every one of your goals. This has been extremely important to us since day one, since we founded this community, since we became Essence Traps. There are certain tools that we will also provide you with. One of them is the in-person offline presentations. That means you have the wonderful opportunity to go to a local city or a small village. And once you are there, you will be fully supported again by your dedicated sponsor or your experienced upline. You can freely invite your new prospects there, and they will professionally handle the entire business presentation for you. And just like we did last year, we are going to launch the exact same exciting challenge again this year. It is the 5x5x5 challenge. I'll explain it really simply so that everyone can understand. March, April, and May presents a unique challenge, which is to successfully inspire 5 different people each month. By taking advantage of our incredible business opportunity and utilizing our high-quality products, we want them to embark on this professional journey together with you. Of course, you will support them every step of the way with our dedicated support and guidance. So you see, it's pretty simple. We're ready. We are truly prepared and excited to start this 90-day campaign together with you. And then you can carefully choose which of the many earning opportunities is exactly right for you. It is possible that 90 days will already mean complete financial freedom for you. We would definitely wish for that. And then, last but certainly not least, after we've worked incredibly hard together for these full 90 days, throughout the course of this campaign, there is going to be a special event. You simply don't get that in traditional business or a standard 9-to-5 job. So these kinds of events do exist, very often in network marketing. And then you'll have the wonderful opportunity to attend this upcoming event together with your entire team. Right now, my esteemed colleagues, Julia and Edith, are going to provide you with much more detailed information regarding what you can expect from that experience.
A round of applause for the ladies. So here we are once again just like Manola previously announced to everyone, if you decide to join this project and truly stick with it for the full 90 days, you will be part of our legendary Moon Run 26, which is also going to take place in the city of Munich. We are currently expecting close to 3,000 people to be there, so we are all really looking forward to seeing every single one of you. Merman is our special moment to look back at exactly what we have done and what we have successfully achieved together in the last, let's say, 90 days. And before we move on, let's celebrate our successes. Let's honor people on this big stage for their dedication and sprinting for 90 days. At the very same time, the Moon Run signifies the successful conclusion of an intense phase and clearly brings to light what has been created through focus, community, and action. And that's exactly our Moon Run 2026, where we, or many of you, will be proudly standing on stage. And you can, if you just say yes. Come and participate in our project for a full 90-day period. The implementation phase will now be led by our Julia, who will explain exactly how we proceed and when we start. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say we're starting now because we're here at the kickoff for that. With 1,500 people who are super motivated and super excited about this opportunity they've seized. So today is the start of the preparation phase where you can still be a part of it. The preparation phase lasts all through February. There, you'll really be trained from the ground up so you can truly take part in this amazing campaign, these 90 days. And then starting March 1st, that's when the real 90-day project starts. A project that's already changed so many lives, right here in this room. I have people on my team who are able to quit their jobs. I have people on my team who are able to become independent. More independent from pressure, more independent from their partner. Independent, that means freedom. And it lasts 3 months, so 90 days until May 31st. And then people can really pat themselves on the back because they've accomplished something amazing. They've walked a path toward freedom that is supported, really well guided. And then, as the crowning finale, where this achievement is truly celebrated again, where you receive recognition, something you might not get in your job. But here, a lot of recognition is given. Recognition is a big part of what we do. Then comes the Moon Run as the real highlight on June 13. Again, right here in this wonderful city of Munich in a B&B park. So make sure you're part of this long-term vision. Because when I first heard about this vision almost 2 years ago in Las Vegas at a huge network marketing event, I was still an executive at another company, and I was unhappy. Not only was I almost 20 kilos heavier because I was carrying so much weight inside me, but I was also just empty and burned out on the inside. And then I met Santo, who will also be coming on stage in just a moment. And this opportunity changed my life. Not only did I lose weight, meaning I was able to shed some baggage, but I also changed on the inside. Now I am happy, and I am happy to be part of this amazing vision, and I invite you to join us and become part of the largest network marketing community in the world, which is growing so fast that hardly any of us can keep up. Dear friend, Sandro Casado, we want to introduce him to you now. Dieter has known him a bit longer than I have, so why don't you start?
Oh, good. Now comes the man himself, the original founder of Sense Tribe, the visionary founder of Sense Tribe. He changed my life. That was exactly the missing puzzle piece that I needed to be and become happy. And exactly my dream job. It's a job with people. I found my dream job. Because of this person, as I said, he changed my life. Dear Julia, what did Cynthia set in motion?
Yes, that too. So not just ours, but for thousands of people. Because, as I said, I met him in Las Vegas at the network marketing event where he made a name for himself. And when he told me about this great vision, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. So welcome with us.
Sandro Casado.
from my side as well. I truly hope that you have been thoroughly enjoying the spectacular show so far, and that you have also been able to successfully process and absorb all of the valuable information you have received throughout the day. We are fully aware that it was a lot of information, and that it was new information. What I want to share with you before we wrap up this event is, very briefly, my personal story. You've heard about our successes so far, but I also started somewhere at some point, and that wasn't 20 years ago, but just about 5 years ago. I actually started out as an IT entrepreneur in Switzerland, had what you might call a textbook career, built up an IT consulting firm that provided services to Swiss banks and insurance companies. That's what I accomplished. Thanks to this business, I was able to afford quite a bit in Switzerland. I was, or at least in theory, I should have been, completely happy. Over time, I realized that I was trapped in a golden cage that no longer allowed me to achieve more. I also have to honestly admit that the traditional financial sector in Switzerland is a very narrow and rigid environment where there's absolutely no room for creativity and no space to even begin to bring out your true potential. And so, back in 2020, I finally decided to make a complete change of scenery. And that's the exact moment when the world of network marketing first entered my life. Since that moment, we've brought professionalism into the entire network marketing industry. Because I'm sure, especially for those of you listening at home, you probably still have prejudices against network marketing, or maybe you don't know anything about it at all. And what happens to someone who doesn't know something, or doesn't? Per se, you're not interested. Or a lot of it is also kind of mixed with fear of the unknown. I also have my own experiences with network marketing. I'm turning 42 next month. Exactly halfway through my life, so at 21, I had my first encounter with it. At 21 years old, I had my first encounter with network marketing, and I didn't understand it either. I wasn't ready for this business. Years later, 15 years later, with an entrepreneurial spirit, I carefully analyzed the numbers and finally decided to build something truly substantial out of this business together. With my team, these are the people you're hearing from tonight, the ones you'll be listening to. And since that moment, we've been making history in network marketing. We're breaking all the records in network marketing. And we can tell you, if you are genuinely open and willing to take a closer look at all of this, then we're probably the ones who can guide you professionally through this entire process. Side by side. Working side by side, shoulder to shoulder, we will guide you through every step of learning this rewarding profession, so that what no longer fulfills you, what no longer gives you a clear vision in your life, but above all, what keeps you trapped in a constant state of survival mode instead of truly enjoying your life to the absolute fullest and bringing out your true inner potential, we have a proven and highly effective alternative path waiting for you right here. As I said, time. You are welcome to head back to the intro video. If you take the blue pill, you'll have a truly fantastic webinar. You'll listen to it tonight, wake up tomorrow morning, and your life will go on just as usual. But if you choose the red pill, then we'll teach you how network marketing works professionally. Thank you for your attention. I ask you to get in touch with the person who invited you to this webinar for a follow-up conversation so we can continue our discussion together. And of course, it would be my absolute pleasure if we have the opportunity to connect once more in one of our coaching Zooms or at one of our upcoming live events. Thank you all. Get home safely, have a wonderful evening, and see you soon. Ciao, everyone.